Monkey business. Hi there, it's Vince here from within the Vince Unlimited world. In this video I'll be talking apes, silver and solving hair aging appearance, which is not a trio of subjects normally discussed on YouTube. So settle in, unless you're already heading for the like and subscribe options below. Let's go. It is fairly common knowledge that kingpins in gorilla clans are called a silverback. These large males were, to my knowledge, silver in colour because of their age. Because just like humans, as they age, they go grey. However, a fact I discovered a few years back, in 2006, was that there can only be one single silverback in each gorilla clan. Just one. If a new gorilla asserted itself on the group and successfully challenged the dominant male for the role, then the newly demoted silverback will automatically revert back to being a blackback. He would lose his silver hue. I discussed this with the missus and we'd wondered why. A few weeks passed and I had accepted that I couldn't work out exactly why and how this occurred. However, it appeared that my other half had been mulling this over for some time. She announced with great pride, as if discovering the cure for cancer, this is in fact due to the gorilla actually realising its dominance, which promoted change. A psychological, physiological, hormonal reaction. A kind of variation of the misrepresentation of Rene Descartes' famous saying, born from self-doubt. I think, therefore I'm spam. If I'm being honest, I hadn't realised this process in such clarity, but I'd already given up considering the whys and wherefores because I'd realised that I wouldn't be able to answer the reasons on a chemical scale, what with my limited knowledge of just about everything within such spheres. Her clarity did make me think that if gorillas can actually hormonally change their hair colour from silver to black, then we, as humans, being 99.9% similar on a biological level, should be able to do the same. Or if we can't think it to happen, then at least we should be able to artificially produce and use a similar hormone. Have we in our grasp the cure for aged hair greying? Surely all we need to do is collect hair from a silverback and also from a newly demoted ex-silverback and make a DNA test for the difference. All this, suppose we could find someone brave enough to pluck a single hair off the back of one, a big dominant male gorilla who had just established he's a lord of all beings, and two, a massive newly demoted gorilla who a few days ago thought he was the lord of all beings and is now one very miffed monkey. I deign to suggest that I personally wouldn't be keen to carry out this next stage of discovery and subsequently got accused of being a complete lightweight. Sometimes it's really hard being a superhero. The slightest crack in the armour and there are accusations of failure. I failed to be fully heroic over quite an insignificant matter and was accused of being a big girl's blouse. My reaction? Typical Vince. I liken the thought of being a blouse on a large girl as a positive thing. As a result, she wasn't talking to me. Then I had to be careful. I noticed she was going grey. Thanks for listening to my story of when my wife Lynda and I discovered a potential cure for grey hair. Obviously we didn't do all the sciencey bits with test tubes and electron microscopes and whatnot to bring this exciting cure to market, so feel free to get out the chemistry set yourself and go hunting for those lowland gorilla packs to unlock their secrets. Usual T's and C's apply, credit us with the idea, cut us in on the millions made, and we don't take any responsibility whatsoever for any harm that you or any other sentient form may come to in the extraction of living ape fur. Best of luck. Hopefully, see you again in the next video.